Right then, this is a quick walk around video for an absolutely lovely Honda Civic Tourer. This is a 1.8S automatic, 65 plate with 69,000 miles on the clock. Finished with this lovely sporty blue metallic, which looks absolutely stunning on the car. It's about to pour down with rain, so this is going to be a bit of a fly around the car, a bit quicker than normal. Do apologise. Front of the car, lights and lenses are clear and intact. Cracks of condensation. Bonnet, very, very clean indeed. Near side likewise, nice and smooth in the panel work. Really handsome looking car. Near side front alloy, lovely. Panels, can't see any obvious imperfections. Near side rear alloy again, absolutely fantastic. Rear 3/4 angle is my favourite angle for these. I think it's one of the best looking estates out there. And the back, very nice. And off side of the car, driver's side, again lovely and smooth in the panel work there. Kept very nice, any marks sort of very light if any, and sort of stuff just polish off it, in all honesty. Really nice and clean. Do apologise, it's a bit quicker there. Coming to the boot area, absolutely cavernous boot. Last owner kept a full size wheel and put it into the back as well, which is rather nice. Let's come into the back. Loads of room in the back of the Civics. It's been kept in very nice order. The front and the passenger side, again, all very clean and tidy. Passenger seat there, excellent condition. Fine looking to the driver's side, door card nice and clean. Same with the footwell areas. Driver's seat in excellent condition. Inside the car now, engine's running as always, so the dash is illuminated for you. Really lovely interior. It's been kept very nicely as well. And that's the view you get as a driver on one of these Civics. Best dashboard by a country mile, really is absolutely stunning. Engine's running, no warning lights on the dashboard at all. I'm just going to go over here. 69,989 miles currently recorded. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual, pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for Honda Civic 1.8S automatic Tourer. Car's registered HN65FXS, and mileage at the start of the road test is 69,989. The reason for all of our videos, and especially this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's looking online at any of our cars and our advert, they get to see that very car actually in operation. The reason we feel it's important is very simple. It's because, like lots and lots and lots of people, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs or a description, but then to get there and find out it's got an obvious fault that shows up when you drive it, which can be hugely frustrating if you've driven a long distance, of course. We also do it on these very quiet country roads in this beautiful part of Gloucestershire, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, and the hope is, of course, then it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you go on a drive in the car. So coming to the car, I love these cars, facelift model as well. Twist the key, engine starts instantly and settles to a completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car actually. Temperature gauge running at a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle as well. Yeah, Honda build the best four-cylinder engines in the world. I say it repeatedly, and it's true. And it's for lots of reasons, not just because it's the most reliable, toughest engine in its class. It's got cam chain, there's no cam belts to worry about. But more than that, in some ways, it's just how it drives. It's so smooth, sweet-edged. Whoopsie daisy, brakes are good. But it's so keen when you put your foot down. You haven't got that kind of harsh edge you get to some engines. It's got a sweet note to it, and that comes from attention to detail and beautiful engineering. And it is beautifully engineered. It's a lovely engine. Engine feeds into the automatic gearbox. Lovely gearbox. Gear changes are slick, smooth on the move. The ratio is obviously chosen to extract the best out of the car in terms of fuel economy and performance, obviously. It's obviously a compromise between the two as to which they sort of really go for, but they've hit a nice sort of sweet spot with it. You do have the option as well to use these little paddles on the steering wheel if you want to operate it manually. Hardly ever utilised, I'm going to be brutally honest with you, but they're quite handy if you do things like an overtake and you just don't want the engine to suddenly, the gearbox to suddenly change up halfway through the manoeuvre. So it is handy in that respect, and I have used them, and its functions work absolutely perfectly. Gearbox, as with the engine, has a reputation for being incredibly tough and reliable over very, very big mileages. Notwithstanding that, I always say to people, when you're looking at a used car, no matter what the manufacturer, and it's an automatic, just make sure that the gear changes on the move are indeed smooth, and they are perfect in that sense in the car. But also check that when you select drive or reverse from neutral, when you're standing still, it doesn't engage with a great clunk or massive sort of metallic thud as it goes in. And again, in every way, this one's absolutely spot on. So coming onto the steering and chassis, always been my favourite part of these cars. It's brilliant. It's one of the best family estates you're going to drive, because it actually manages to do two things really well, which is very, very hard to achieve. If you literally just want the car as an estate car, family car to get you from A to B comfortably, it does it superbly. It's very, very smooth riding, very comfortable, beautifully judged. The steering is fantastic. It's kind of meaty and well weighted, but it's precise and accurate at the same time as well. It also tracks dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit actually. But for those who still enjoy their driving, that's where the car rewards. Even though it's comfortable, it's got a real zest and vigour when it goes through the corners. The car is very keen to change direction. I've owned loads of these and I love my driving, and they're just a really rewarding car to drive. Worth pointing out, those sort of rattles from underneath the car, so all in good order. As you know from earlier, the brakes are good, but really powerful. There's no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal at all. It's all in very fine order there. And then coming inside the car, first and foremost, estate cars have a reputation because it's a big open space. They can be kind of rattle boxes where things squeak and move about, and some of the so-called prestige manufacturers, which are lauded when they're brand new for their build quality, I've driven plenty of them at this age, and they exhibit those traits. Unfortunately, there's not a squeak or rattle from the interior. They are beautifully put together. Always missed by the motoring press at the time, of course, but they have their personal favourites and they stick with it. But it is a huge amount of space in the back, massive boot, lovely driving position. But my favourite part has always been this interior dash design. Is absolutely stunning, which I readily admit is opinion, but what isn't opinion is ergonomically it is brilliantly laid out. So it's not just to look good, which it does in my eyes, it's also to work, and to work in your favour. The most conventional part is the centre stack here, so that's fairly standard. You've got radio, dead simple and easy to use, DAB radio with your Bluetooth for your hands-free system as well. Climate control system, pumps out absolutely ice cold air, by the way. But my favourite part in this car is this two-tier design in front, and it's genius, absolute genius. So the stuff you want to look at most readily is the easiest to see. So you've got a high-up display there for a kind of information display screen for your trip meters, that kind of stuff. But if you change radio settings, or let's say fan speed there, you get a small display down there, but a much bigger one comes up there. So it's easier to take the information in. But the information that most people should look at most regularly, of course, is your speed. But there it is, high up on the dash, all by itself, white on black. It's so easy to see that basically, as you drive along, you're looking at the road, you're looking at pedestrians, cars, cyclists, whatever happens to be, you can see your speed at the corner of your eye at all times without taking your eyes off the road. And it is design genius, absolutely brilliant. Down below that, a more conventional pod of dials, rev counter in the middle, flanked either side by temperature and fuel gauges. I did notice this one's actually been fitted, because it's not standard with cruise control, with the aftermarket cruise control system. I've not tried it, but it's there. It's owner's manuals in the glove box, which is quite a nice thing to see on the car. The car drives absolutely beautifully, really, really does. These are high quality estates, and I can't fault it.